Up tonight, a significant pay increase is back on the table for court-appointed attorneys in Smith County. The people appointed to represent those who can't afford an attorney on their own. The county judge and the auditor shared the news in person today at a meeting of district and county court judges. This new proposal would raise pay for contract attorneys from $95,000 a year to $120,000. That news came just about 24 hours after many of these judges appeared in Commissioner's Court asking for the pay to be bumped, pointing out the fact that some attorneys have already left Smith County for better pay in other places. A problem they feared would only get worse, slowing the justice system and filling the county jail. Now, along with the pay increase, 3 district courts will get an additional indigent defense attorney. That was supposed to be 4, but Judge Robert Wilson offered to put his new position on pause to allow for the pay increase. County leaders say they'll still be able to do all of this and give all county workers a cost of living increase.